Hi, Dudley Tal Stokes, LCP. Please support us on Patreon. You can see my Patreon page there in the background. Looking forward to you signing up, giving us some support. So today I wanted to talk to you about what it is that we do at LCP. And what we do is we have the simple belief, which we summarize as CS. Simple, inexpensive, effective, and sustainable. If you're missing any one of those four criteria, whatever it is that you're doing will not last. And what we're after is sustained peak performance, the CS way. Now, to explain to you how that works, let's take this new buzzword flying around, intermittent fasting, which is sort of the big thing now in the wellness industry. So if you look at intermittent fasting, it's eating in a window that's like 8 hours or less and fasting for 16 hours each day, and then doing 2 24-hour fasts per week. And it's looking to get to a state that's known as ketosis, when the body starts to use its fat as fuel and not carbohydrates, basically sugars that it takes in. And it's very effective. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with the science. But if we put it to the test, our CS test, simple is not simple. Inexpensive is not. It's going to require some dietary changes and probably add costs to your food. It is effective, as we said before, but it's definitely not sustainable. Not too many people are going to be able to eat in an 8-hour window for 5 days a week and fast for the other 2. Not with a job and children and parties, social life and so on. So it fails the CS test. Well, let's take our technique, which is time-restricted eating. There's a presentation for it. If you paid up on Patreon, you would have seen. Very simple. There's a 12-hour window in which you eat, and there are 12 hours in which you don't. And you can do that every day. You can enhance it with a weekend or a day off or so on, going for a longer period, 16 hours, even to the full 24. And then maybe once a year, 2-day water, lemon lime water fast over a 2-day period. And it's simple. Alright, 12 on, 12 off. And you can mix that up depending if you are a shift worker. You may want to vary the hours in which you do that to work around your sleep time and so on. Inexpensive. We're not asking you to eat anything that you don't currently eat. No. We will move on to that. We want that to have to improve your diet. But that comes later. But right now, just some time restricted eating. We're not asking you to change your diet. Just 12 on, 12 off. Inexpensive. Effective. It is as effective as intermittent fasting. But it's more effective. Why? Because it's sustainable. It's easy to do. It can become a way of life. It's not a burden. CS. Simple, inexpensive, effective, sustainable, time-restricted eating. Versus the unsustainable intermittent fasting. That's what we're about at LCP. That's what we're trying to bring to you. Please, join us on Patreon. See you soon.